My name is Nyamewaa Asiedu. I usually describe myself first off as Ghanaian, an African, a big Pan-Africanist. I am also a biomedical engineer looking to make changes in the space of global health. I also describe myself as a feminist advocating for women's health rights. I was born in Cape Coast, which is in the central region of Ghana. We moved to Kumasi, which is a bit more central in Ghana. That's where I lived for the rest of my life. We added three more kids or siblings to the family, two more sisters and a brother. So I have a total of three sisters and a brother. And we lived for a long time in a place called Otrikrum, Fumeswa, which when we moved there was a village. We called our house the bush house because it was surrounded by trees and snakes. I spent my preschool in Scotland, and actually, because I was diagnosed with ADHD and being hyperactive, I went to a special school for kids and it was just a lot of creativity and just playing with your hands and very free form education, which I still remember and which I loved. And I really loved art, which I still do. I was still very much into the arts and visual arts, and I actually wanted to be a fashion designer. In school, I loved to read too. I opened or led a lot of book clubs, led a lot of reading clubs. If I wanted to go into fashion design, they could take me out and I could go to a seamstress and learn. And I didn't want to be taken out of school. So she said I should apply to science so I would be on track to become a doctor. And at that time, I wasn't very good at math. So for you to be able to get into a science program in a good high school, you have to do well in math. I was very good in English. I liked reading. And my English teacher actually was my inspiration for doing better in math. And he asked me how I was studying for math. And I said I was reading the books. And then he told me that wasn't how to study for math. And I had to do practice, at least one or two questions every day. And I think that completely changed the trajectory of my life. And I was very set on this goal to go to medical school in Ghana. I became very interested in women's health and maternal mortality because I lost a few family members due to very preventable problems in childbirth. And I thought the best way to make a difference in that was to become a gynecologist or to become the best gynecologist I could and contribute to that. And I thought to myself, rather than being a doctor and only being able to impact patients who I see one-on-one, perhaps with biomedical engineering, those could scale to impact a lot more people than I could as a single doctor working one-on-one with patients. I just realized that technology was something that was more readily scalable and something that I was more interested in than pursuing medicine. Events that sparked my interest in global health, I think, go back to the high rates of maternal mortality in Ghana compared to other countries was something that I think I carried on. When I was in the United States, I had family members who died during childbirth from readily preventable causes. And I had wanted to be a gynecologist to fix, an obstetrician and gynecologist to fix that. And when I moved to the United States, I realized how different or disparate technologies used in hospitals here were from technologies used in hospitals in Ghana. And I wanted to kind of bridge that gap. I would really love for at least one or two of the projects that I've been working on to be making a scalable impact in bridging health disparities. And really making a change in people's lives that can be felt. So I'm hoping that's not too much of a big ask, but I'd really like to see these technologies out there and working for people as intended.